Hello, everyone, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And today we're going to talk about the ridiculous Caitlin Clark haters who won't go away. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. And hit the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next videos. Now, Rob, I am convinced that even if Caitlin Clark has 5 MVPs, 5 titles, 5 finals MVPs, and it's considered by 99% of the public to be the greatest player in WNBA history, which is possible, there'll still be haters out there. They will. They're saying she's overrated. What about the turnovers?
What about the turnovers?
And, your game is limited. She's a one-trick pony. They'll never go away. But I will say every game Caitlin Clark plays for like the last 15 games, they have gotten quieter and quieter on the internet and comments in our videos, on television, everywhere. Mm-hmm. But they're not going away anytime soon. And I find it funny because they're ridiculous. Let me ask you this, Rob. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are the Caitlin Clark haters A, delusional, B, have serious mental issues, C, don't know basketball, D, missing out on the most exciting basketball player in the world?
How about E, all of the above?
I agree with that one, Rob. That's how pathetic it is. All of those are true.
Yes.
It's really crazy because, when she graduated from Iowa, she got a lot of publicity, and I'll be the first one to say more publicity than she deserves, but I don't think anybody deserves that much publicity, to be fair to her. And people were saying that she's going to be a bust. She's going to be average was a very common comment I saw. Mm-hmm. Very common. I'm serious. I saw it. Not necessarily by people on TV, but a lot of comments I saw, and even some YouTubers, not major YouTubers, but some YouTubers say she was going to average. Let me tell you some of the things I've heard about her, Rob. It's one-trick pony, which we've gone over before, which is like the dumbest comment in the world because she led the country in assists 3 years in a row in addition to being a great scorer. So that's so stupid. That's 2 right there. I don't have to get into anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Right there just shows you got mental issues.
Yeah, right there is like all the above right there.
She was going to be average. Okay, she can't dribble. She's a horrible defender. All she can do is shoot threes. I've heard that one.
Mm-hmm.
She's a turnover machine. And she's highly overrated, and she's going to be a bust. Things like that. The type of one person said she's can't defend because she's too short and too slow. Okay, so she's 6 foot. That's tall for a guard. So that one was just funny. She has a lot of weaknesses, Rob. That's all I need to know. She is the most analyzed athlete in the world right now. So yeah, you're going to find more weaknesses for her because there's more eyes on her, and there's people are watching her more closely. But I
Mark,
find
did you ever notice the way she ties her shoe? She doesn't tie it the way you should tie it, Mark. She ties it around the other way. Have you ever noticed that?
I think she has good shooting form. One person did a whole video on how she has to improve her shooting form because it doesn't come from the center; it comes from the side and then goes up. But when she releases it, it's got very good release form.
Yeah,
and she actually has good jumping on her jump shot. So, I mean, it's excellent form. The finished project is excellent form. So I don't know what they're talking about there.
The form at the end of the shot is the follow through, like in most things like tennis and other sports. It's the follow through when you're going through the shot. And that's, you have that hook like this. You've got to go all the way through it. Some people I watch, and that's why I used to teach basketball and watch them people shoot. I go, you're shorting it out. And what they mean by that is that you catch it and you shoot it like this, like a shot put. You're not going all the way through. So she has a nice form.
Right, yeah. I admit I'm a big Caitlin Clark fan, but I criticize her all the time. And the things that we say about her and how good she is, most people are saying it. So it's not like we're like in the 10%. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you listen to, forget ESPN, okay? But if you listen to anyone but ESPN, almost everybody's saying the same thing, that she's a generational talent. So except for a few people on ESPN and except for the haters, they're the minority. So when they call us delusional, I just have to laugh because how could 90% of the public or 95% of the public be wrong?
Plus, also, Mark, it's not just like a hating thing. I don't know if it's maybe they didn't really. I don't know how to describe the words. Like you saw her in college, and so the WNBA, they have no. Oh, I didn't know that she was going to be this good. I had no idea. I have no idea the way she plays.
And haters, by definition, for me, anyways, this is why I define definition. This is the impression I get is where you criticize somebody, and that's not a valid criticism. So you can criticize her. That's not being a hater.
Right.
But to way underrate somebody or say criticisms that really don't exist, that's a hater. And they're out there, and they're actually funny. Someone said she would have added nothing to the Olympic team, even though they had no point guard, and she's the best point guard on the team. And they had problems against France in the first half. So it was 25-25, and France slowed the game down. And Caitlin Clark is better than anyone in the history of women's basketball to speed up a game and the best passer in the history of women's basketball. How could that not add to a team?
Right.
It's there's no logic to that. So, so you have to laugh about that.
Or they said that she would have been on the bench just like Dinosaur Taurasi.
That she would have started for a sane coach instead of the delightful Cheryl Reeve.
Yeah, the delightful Cheryl Reeve. Yes,
they had no point guard. How would you not start the best point guard in the league? That's ridiculous. If she has too many turnovers, you take her out. Yeah. But that's not what happens normally. Normally, is she plays fast-paced offense. The other team can't keep up. In fact, do you think those international teams would be ready for that or be used to it? No, the WNBA is not ready for it.
She showed that in the All-Star game. She showed what she can do in the All-Star game.
Right. She's not used to playing with those players. She had 1.5 practices with that team.
Right.
She had 10 assists, and some of the passes were fantastic.
And one fantastic pass was to who? Angel Reese.
One day, Angel Reese. I wonder what benefit you get for being a hater. That's what I have to say, because I'm not a hater of anybody in sports. If I underrate somebody because I hate them, then I'm a hater. But I don't do that. If I underrate someone slightly because I hate them, that may happen because it's hard to be 100% objective. You try to be, but I've never way underrated anyone that I can tell in my sports career or my sports analysis of anybody, because I don't get any satisfaction. What good does that do me to not be with reality?
And then it was like right out the gate. Right out of the gate, she was already criticized. Hadn't played one game. She was criticized. Can't do this. Can't do that. And then in the beginning of the year, But now, like you said, do you hear anything now, Mark? That silences all those people, all the haters who are now observing her and watching her play and like, gee, maybe I was wrong.
I'll give you an example. One guy came on. You said in your video that Caitlin Clark has the potential to be the GOAT of the WNBA. I didn't say she was a sure bet or anything like that. And he goes, "You're so delusional." And I said, "Really? Am I the delusional person, or are you just a hater?" Because to me and everybody else, she looks like the best rookie since Asia Wilson, which is 6 years ago. The league is only 28 years old. Okay, so she's the best rookie in 6 years, and it's only 28 years old. Logically, that would put her in the category of potentially one of the greatest players of all time, because she's an exception. She's not just a normal rookie.
Yeah, where have you seen a rookie where have you seen a rookie come in like that and make such an impact like that? Where have you last seen that from in the sport?
So any rookie who comes in as one of the greatest rookies in the history of the league has the potential, not a sure thing, to be one of the greatest players in the history of the league, especially when the league's only 28 years old. So who's really delusional? She looks like she's going to be easily the best point guard in the history of the league. Not even a consideration right now whether or not she's going to be. And the point guard has the added advantage of being able to make players around them better because of the passing and the ball handling and the attention they draw.
She's building up the guard play, which the WNBA is mostly a forward center type league. She's now putting a spotlight or a highlight on a guard which they haven't had that in a long time. So I mean, right there with the entertainment value and the way she's putting emphasis on how a guard could actually might be in the running for in the MVP or just overall. She's going to be a great guard player.
Right, and I wonder if haters actually watch the games.
No,
or they just look at the stats that they don't like and they just repeat them, because and they don't even consider the obstacles they gave her for the first 10 games, which we've gone over, and I'm not going to repeat right now. They say are excuses. They don't even consider it. They don't consider the fact that really almost never she has an open shot. So her 3-point shooting and her shooting would be higher if she gets the kind of shots that she creates for like Mitchell and Hall and Samuelson. If she got those wide open threes, her 3-point shooting would go way up. They don't consider that because that's not in their agenda. So
right. If she was so one trick or not that great, why do coaches plan their whole defense in stopping her? If she wasn't that good or just an average player, she'd be like, okay, we have this player on here on the board. But, she's okay, but no, they're out and out game for their defenses to stop Caitlin Clark.
Well, I don't take haters seriously. I actually find them funny at times because I actually get a chuckle out of it. Yeah. But I just think they're delusional, and I don't understand what they, you're that small a person that you're just doing that type of hating. It's great. I mean, same thing with LeBron James. A person goes, he wouldn't make my top 20 of all time. Okay, well, you're an idiot. All right. Yeah. You're just a hater. You're just an idiot. Who cares what you think? You don't know what you're talking about. But We're talking about almost everybody thinks this about her now. They are convinced the way she's playing right now that she's a phenomenal player, a phenomenal rookie, and she will be a phenomenal player.
Right.
So if you're in that minority, so to call us delusional or to call any Caitlin Clark fan delusional, the people who don't know basketball or they're 15-year-old girls or whatever, or 15-year-old boys even, who say, yeah, she's the GOAT already or whatever, of course, they're delusional too, but they don't know any better. If you're going to criticize like that, you should at least know better.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, that's all they've seen. They're young. They haven't seen the other players.
Right.
That's why they're saying that.
Well, you can't. I mean, someone who's 12, 15 years old, they don't know the GOAT of anything because they're 12, 15 years old. That's not their fault. But the people who never watched basketball before, they just became a Caitlin Clark fan. I don't take them seriously either when they say she's the GOAT already. Right. But that's not the majority of the people saying that. The majority of the fans are more realistic on her viewpoints, and they're accurate. There's no way we could all be wrong. It's just not possible.
But like you said, Mark, what are they getting out of this? Where this hate? First, where's this hate coming from? That's one thing, and then the second, what are you getting out of this? So it makes you feel better, or what's the deal?
Yeah, well, that's exactly. My father's a psychologist. He's not alive. He used to say people would knock someone down to build themselves up, and that's all they're doing. So that means you're insecure. That's really all that matters. You have low self-esteem, and that's what haters are. They have low self-esteem, and it makes them feel better to overly criticize somebody, and that's all that's going on here. So grow up. You're childish. And just, hopefully it'll just go away because it's annoying in some sense.
It won't go away, Mark. Like you
said. No. I just told you when I opened up the video, I said no matter how well she plays, they will find something to criticize. You could do the same thing with Michael Jordan. There's this video out that, again, I'm not comparing Michael Jordan to Caitlin Clark for all those Michael Jordan fans. I think he's the greatest athlete of all time. There's this video, 10 reasons why he's not the greatest player of all time. So you can find reasons to criticize anybody.
Right.
Okay. That doesn't make you right. It doesn't make you smart because you see things that we don't see. No, you're overemphasizing these little flaws that an athlete has in order to try to look smart and in order to try to make yourself feel good. That's all that's happening with haters, Rob.
Which is pretty sad. Yeah, which is pretty sad.
There's this one website that says Michael Jordan fans are the most annoying and delusional fans around. So this guy is a hater of Michael Jordan, and he claims he's not even the best shooting guard of all time. Now, that's not even open for debate. Okay, so that's not even. I mean, seriously, that's not open for debate.
No.
And so people can think whatever they want, but I don't know. I'm not taking you seriously.
No, that's what gets to the point. You just have to shake your head and like, The poor thing.
And you're missing out too, because I don't think you're watching. You're missing out on an exciting, great, once in a generation athlete. Just like if you weren't a Michael Jordan fan, for whatever reason, you missed out on the most exciting athlete in the history of team sports.
Yeah, if you're into sports, that's the whole thing, Mark. If you're into sports and you want to be entertained, sports is an entertainment business. So if you see someone come up and they're entertaining, why would you like, oh, well, she look at those turnovers. Oh, look the way. Just enjoy the game. It's entertainment.
Oh, I forgot one other one, Rob. There was these 3 black guys. Sorry. 2 of them were fat. I don't know what it's about fat black guys who don't like Caitlin Clark. They were doing a podcast just right before she started her rookie season. One of them said, Caitlin Clark is not a WNBA point guard. And the other guy said, I knew that as soon as I saw her play at Iowa. I said, really? Seriously? She's the best passer I've ever seen in women's basketball. How is she not a point guard?
Right.
Well, she should be a shooting guard. I go, really? Like, give me one example in the NBA where the person was like the best passer they ever seen and they tried to turn that person into a shooting guard.
Not gonna
Michael
happen.
Jordan was a very good passer, but he wasn't the best passer anyone ever saw. One person responded, said, oh, one guy played D1 basketball. I said, I don't care if you're Bird, Magic, and Jordan. I don't care if that's your podcast. You're wrong on this. And now, as we can watch what's going on, Rob, she looks like she's going to be the best point guard in the history of the league, and she's playing great for a point guard.
You would think if he was Division One, I played Division III basketball. I already could see that she was. I never really heard about her, and then I started watching. I'm like, she's deep. This girl is deep. This woman is deep.
Right, but look back at that comment, and just like it may be one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in a comment about sport or an athlete.
Yeah.
And, I responded to them. They didn't know it was from my channel. But I let them know what I thought of their comment.
Yeah.
And I like to go back and say this is not aging well. And haters are not going to age well. They're just not. It's not going to happen. Don't get your hopes up. She's not a bust. She's not going to be a bust. She's not going to be average.
Sorry.
Just accept it.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark is a once in a generational player. It's obvious. So just go away. If you don't enjoy watching her play, fine. Just stop making comments. You look like an idiot. That's all I want to say.
Exactly. You're correct, Mark.
Anyways, let us know what you think of this video. If you're a hater, go ahead. Make a comment down below so I can get a good laugh. Because I do laugh at them. I really do. Yeah. But I think it's pathetic. It's pretty sad that that's what you have to do. Anyways, we compliment Angel Reese. Okay, we're not haters. We just say bad things about her. Any criticism of hers is valid. And compliments are valid too. Mm-hmm. So, and I think she's the second best rookie in the league and is going to be a great player and is going to be first team All-Pro sometime.
Oh, yeah.
Would haters say that? No. They'd say she's lousy. She's average. In fact, someone said that to me. Angel Reese is lousy. I go, I'm not going to say that on my podcast just because you think that to make you happy. She's not.
No.
That's the difference. That's the difference between a hater and a person who's criticizing because she had valid criticisms. There's limitations in Angel Reese's game. That's not being a hater. That's just criticizing and pointing them out. We're going live tonight. And you can, if you're a hater, call in. I'd love to discuss it with you. And we'll be live tonight every Monday from 6 to 8 Eastern time. If you're a hater, feel free to call in. I'll be happy to discuss it with you. And you can sound stupid in front of my whole audience if you want. That's fine with me. I don't care. It's entertaining. We'll get a good laugh out of it.
Yeah.
And we're going to be live for the next Indiana Fever game, which is against the Minnesota Lynx and the delightful Cheryl Reeve. Coach. All right. I'm sure
a delightful person.
Looking forward to that game.
Mm-hmm.
It's 8:00 on Saturday. They've got, won 4 of the last 5. Hopefully they can get another win. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. We're looking for 4,000 subscribers. We need your help, especially if you're under the age of 45, because our demographics, trying to improve on the demographics in that. If you want to donate to this channel, you can with super chats and super thanks down below. And also there's PayPal, the link down below. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.
I know you are, but what am I?